Hi all, let's see interface in C Sharp. An interface includes the declaration of related functionalities. The classes that implement the interface must provide the implementation of declared functionalities. An interface can contain declaration of methods, properties, indexes, and events, but it cannot contain fields, that is variable declaration, auto implement properties. To create an interface, use the interface keyword and provide any name which you want, and inside the bracket provide the declaration of methods or properties or indexes or events. And if you inherit these interface inside any class, you should provide definition of all the declaration contained in the interface. Let's see an example. Here created a sample console application. Inside that created interface in the name itest, and inside that provide the declaration of two methods. A note, you should not apply any access modifier to interface members, and created a class test, and inside that inherit this interface itest. So we should provide the definition of these members inside this class. If I didn't provide the definition of this right method, it will show the error message. Let's see. We have to provide the implementation of all the interface member inside the class if we inherit the interface inside class. And inside this class provide the implementation of interface member and class member. Let's access this member inside main function. Created object for the class and accessing the interface and class member. Let's check by running. Here the interface member and class member accessed successfully. Here we implemented interface implicitly. When we implement interface implicitly, you can instantiate the object for interface, and using this object you can access interface members, but you cannot access class member using this object. For accessing class member, you have to create an object for the class and you have to access. Now let's see how to implement interface explicitly. Here created two interfaces. One is itest and another one is itest1. These two interfaces having declaration of same method name. So when you implement these interfaces inside a single class, you cannot implement the interface like before like this, because both having the same method name. So in this situation, you can implement the interface explicitly. To implement the interface explicitly, you should not provide any access modifier before the definition. You should use interface name to define the member. And also you cannot access these members using the class object. You have to instantiate the object for interface and access these member like this. Here instantiate the object for itest and accessing the interface member read. Like this, instantiate the object for itest1 and access that member. Let's check by running. Here the interface member accessed successfully. When creating an interface, you should remember an interface can contain only declaration of methods, properties, indexes, and events. Interface cannot include private, protected, or internal members. All the members are public by default. An interface cannot contain fields and auto-implemented properties. A class or struct can implement one or more interface implicitly or explicitly. Use public modifier when implementing interface implicitly, and you should not use public modifier in case of explicit implementation. Implement interface explicitly using interface name.member name. An interface can inherit one or more interfaces. You cannot access explicit interface by using class object. Explicit implementation useful when class is implementing multiple interfaces and having the same method name. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.